Hello and welcome to a HIIT style workout on the Bowflex Revolution. My name is Eric, I'm a certified personal trainer, and today's routine is hitting our chest, our shoulders, our back, and our arms. And again, we're doing it in a HIIT style fashion, meaning we're working out to this clock behind me here. 35 seconds of work followed by just 30 seconds of rest. So it's going to keep our heart rate up, and it's also going to make this routine progress really quickly. So whole workout is only 20 minutes long, and then we're also going to have a 3-minute warm-up before it. So we got 23 minutes of work planned here. We're going to start out with the arms in the number 8 position here, and we're going to have the bench in the angled position. And our first set is just going to be kind of a continuation of our warm-up, doing a set of chest press. Then we get into the actual workout, which is going to be done in a circuit style. So our first lift is going to be another set of chest press, and then we're going to do some shoulder shrugs and some seated rows. Now, it's important that you find a weight setting where you're not adjusting things a whole bunch. Maybe you can do little tweaks between sets, but again, we only have 30 seconds. So I'm going to be racking up a 40-pound weight plate and a 10-pound weight plate for this routine. But find a resistance setting that's it's going to be challenging for you, but not impossible. And if you've done the rep-based routines with me before, you're going to need a little bit lower of a weight setting than you would, because again, that shorter rest interval, and we're going to be moving through things really quickly. So there's also a free PDF linked in the description where you can write down your weight settings you're using the day. And then when you come back to this routine in the future, you know what those weight settings are. And then, you can just hook them up right away, and you're not fussing around with adjusting things as you go. So that was our first circuit. Our second circuit, we're going to be doing some bicep curls and some tricep extension. We're going to drop the weight a bunch before we get into that, but don't worry about that. It's all going to be, hopefully easy to follow along with as we go. There's going to be some previews of the lifts on the screen. I'll be, walking you through and coaching you through everything. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into that 3-minute warm-up, and I'll see you right back. All right, let's make this thing happen. Jogging in place here for about 1:15 while we get started. Alternatively, you can do some jumping jacks, you can do high knees, whatever you want to do to get the body warm, and then we'll get a good stretch going. So while we're doing this, let's talk about today's lift. So again, we're starting things out with a warm-up set of chest press, and then getting into the circuit of chest press, shoulder shrugs, and seated rows. So we're going to do each of those 3 times each. And then we're going to drop our weight setting a lot before we go into bicep curls and tricep extensions. So 3 sets of those as well, and that's it. So just 20 minutes of work, and we'll keep it all moving really quickly. Hope we're all doing well out here today. I'm feeling a little tight today. I did some stretching last night while watching TV, and I kind of did something with my hip. So if you see me wince a little bit, it's all good, I'm fine. All right, we got some torso twists coming up here. Hands together, and we're just going to spin side to side for 15 seconds. We just want to loosen up our back, our core here. And we're going to wind this down and move into some chest flares. So hands out wide, and then we're just going to kind of flap our arms here. Pretend you got some wings here, and we're just taking flight. Let's make some big flaps now. And we're going to move into some elbow pulls here. So for elbow pulls, you can pull them across your body or above your head. And we're going to hold this for about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's switch arms now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, real quick on both sides. 3, 2, 1, and let's do the last arm one more time. 2 and 1. Now from here, we're going into some arm circles just in one direction, full circles. And now let's change directions. And this final 20 seconds, you can do whatever you want to do to get loose today. And then we'll get our workout started in just a moment here. So again, I'm going to be going a little bit lighter on this first set. I'll be racking up a 40-pound weight plate, which is probably about 70% or 60% of where I normally and we'll do the heavier stuff. So let's kind of look at how these lifts are gonna go. So when we get into the circuit, we're gonna be doing a set of chest press. So with this here, we'll have the weight underneath us, hands above those handles, and we'll be just doing some nice slow reps there. So when the clock hits 0, we're gonna have 30 seconds where we can remove our bench here, and then we're gonna do some shoulder shrugs. So we're gonna be facing the machine, grabbing the handles, and we're gonna be bringing those shoulders up towards our ears. And then after that, we're gonna sit here, feet on the feet plate here, and then we're gonna be pulling this weight back and holding it and doing nice slow reps. So that is the plan. We're starting this again with a first set of chest press, which is a continuation of our warm-up. So we're actually gonna do 2 sets in a row. So let's get in position for that first one. And we're gonna be exhaling as we press this weight out and away and control the weight through that whole contraction. And really focus on a nice slow lowering phase here. And 10 more seconds. Okay, so let's, we got a little bit longer rest interval here where we can, find that right weight setting for us. So again, I'm gonna be adding a 10-pound weight plate, and that's the resistance I'm gonna be using for this whole first circuit. Now, if you're just adding a little bit on, you can add and subtract, just a plate or two between sets if you need to. But hopefully I can keep that 50 on for this whole circuit. Okay, let's get in position. Hands on those handles. And now let's start this thing here. And I'm not counting my reps, I'm just trying to take them nice, smooth, and slow here. You got 15 seconds left. 5 more to go. Okay, nice. So we're going to now remove our bench here while we go into this shoulder shrug. So for shoulder shrugs, I'm going to be facing the machine, and I'm going to kind of step to the back of this platform here, and I actually like leaning back a little bit. That's going to get the angles just right. So my shoulders are going to be retracted here, and then I bring them up. Or sorry, they're going to be protracted at the start of this, so fully extended. Get a good stretch there, and then pull those shoulders up towards your ears, and then slowly release. Again, bring them up nice and high, hold them at your ears, and drop it down. You should be exhaling as you lift up. Okay, so from here, I don't need to move my seat. It's kind of in the right spot for me to have my feet on the foot plate here. And we'll be starting that row in just a moment. So with the row, really try to get the full extension here at the start and then bring it back. And if you want, you can kind of lean back just a little bit and get that full stretch and hold it for a second. All right, here we go. Pull it back. Hold and release. Exhale as you're pulling that weight in. You got 15 seconds, come on. Okay, we have a little bit longer rest interval here, and that's gonna give us time to put our bench back together and, think about that weight. I'm gonna try keeping it at the same weight. It's a little bit easier on shoulder shrugs. My rows and chest press get tough. Now, also, if you're a beginner, I'm already out of breath here. I've actually got a little sweat going just after that first set. Now, you might want to join each set about 10 seconds into each interval. That's going to shorten those work intervals, give a little bit more time to recover. And that's for beginners. Okay, let's get in position again. Here we go. Another good work interval, come on. Exhaling as you're pressing out and control that retraction. You got just 10 more seconds here. Nice, let's remove the seat or the back here. And we got those shoulder shrugs coming up. Okay, let's get those hands on the handles. Feet near the end of the platform. My heels are right at the end. Slight lean back. Raise those shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale as you pull up. You got less than 10 seconds, you got this. Okay, seated rows up next. And we are already a third of the way through this routine. Let's get those hands on those handles. Feet on the plate, and we're gonna blast off in less than 5 seconds here, team. And row it back. Nice slow reps. I love that isometric hold. At 10 seconds. There we go. Okay. Seat back on for our last set of chest press. Okay, this last set of this circuit is going to be tough. We're in this together though. All right, hands on the handles. Let's drive the weight away here. Extend it out. Oh yeah, feel that strength in your arms here. Now I'm loose. Halfway through the set. All right, there we go. So we can take this seat and set it aside. We're done with the seat or the back for the rest of this routine. And we're going into those shoulder shrugs. Okay, let's get those hands on the handles. Again, heels at the back of the base here, and raise those shoulders up, hold it, and lower it down. You got 10 seconds. All right, nicely done. We got under 30 seconds before we're into that last set of rows. And this might just be the hardest lift left in this set here. All right, in position, row it back and slowly lower the weight. Here we go. Okay, we're dropping the weight after this set, so make this thing count. 15 seconds to go. A couple more quality reps in. All right. So from here, we got a little time. This is kind of our break here where we're going to be dropping our resistance setting. So I'm going from 50 pounds plus the 5 that's automatically hooked up down to just 25 pounds on each side. So about having the weight here. And we're going to be doing that on both sides. And for this next set, our arms are staying in the number 8 position. But when we get to tricep extensions, I'm going to show you what we got to do that. Okay, 20 seconds to go here. So bicep curls. I'm going to take these facing away from the machine. Some people prefer facing the machine. That's cool too. I like doing this here where I get a nice stretch and I might have a little tension in my arms here, and then maybe just curling this weight up. I'm not going to try to put my back or hips into it. Okay, here we go. So we're going to curl and slowly lower that weight. Okay, halfway through this. Five seconds, last rep here. Nice. Okay, from here, we're now going to take these arms and we're going to put them in the number 1 position. And then we're going to start facing the machine here. And now I'm going to walk up fairly close. My shins are going to be just a few, probably about 5 or 6 inches away from the foot plate here. And I'm going to be looking through these 2 arms. And I'm going to have my arms here 90 degrees, and then I'm going to extend them down and then bring it back up to that position. So it's just a quarter circle motion here. Those nice smooth extensions. Okay. Now I forgot to mention, if you're a little bit taller than me, I'm 5'11", you're probably going to want to put these arms in the number 1 position. The angle is a little bit different, but it gives you a little bit more height, so you have weight at the very beginning of your repetition. So let's bring our arms back down to number 8 here, where we're going to get ready for another set of bicep curls. Let's stay loose. You got just 4 sets left in here. Yeah, I love these 20-minute routines, or just these really fast-paced routines. Get a great sweat going in hardly any time at all. Okay, here, let's curl that weight up and slowly lower. How are we feeling? I know this is getting tough. I am feeling it too. 10 more seconds. A couple more reps. Oh yeah, all right. Arms back up to number 1 or number 0. Okay, 5 seconds to go. In position, hands on those handles. Here we go, extend it down. "15 seconds. If your arms are not on fire, you need more weight on this thing. Okay, final set coming up. We're bringing our arms back down here to the number 8. And for this last set of curls, I'm gonna change it up a bit. So instead of facing away from the machine, I'm gonna face the machine for this final set of curls here. Okay, 10 seconds. Let's make these last sets count. 3, 2, 1, let's curl that up. "15 seconds. Oh yeah. The last set, bring these arms back up for tricep extension. And then we get to call it. Okay. 5 seconds, let's get in position here. Perfect form for this last set. Come on, team. Just that quarter circle motion, ending in the fully extended position. "10 seconds. All right, awesome job on finishing this routine out. Don't forget to make sure you hit the like button when you wrap this up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more follow-along routines. And also, if you want to support the channel, I have a Patreon. You can check it out. Here's a list of some of the supporters up there. And they get access to workout programs, a workout journal, all sorts of cool stuff. And while I haven't developed any programs yet for this machine, hopefully I'll get some in the works going soon. And if you want to help accelerate that, join over there on Patreon. So as always, you should be proud of yourself for finishing this routine. I want you to be good to yourself, be good to others, and thank you for watching.